Good morning. It's early Wednesday morning after day 2 at the workshop in North Carolina. Yesterday went pretty well. A lot's getting done. It's a good group. At this point, yesterday we talked a lot about blades and blade design. Looked at a lot of different blades from different machines. Got some whisper blades and a proven blade. African wind power blades. And a lot of work got done laying out and carving blades yesterday for the 12-foot machine, or 13-foot. So step 1 was to lay out the profile of the side of the blade. And that got done on Monday, and bring them all together so they were all the same. And then laying out how to carve them and kerfing them with the saw. And then most of the work has been done with the draw knife to bring the fronts down to the lines we've laid out. And hopefully that's getting done around lunchtime today. Then we can work on the backs of the blades. Lots of wood chips getting generated. Food is great at this workshop. We had full breakfast yesterday and full lunch. Metal work is moving along. Mostly work on the magnet rotors so far. We had to clean up the brake rotors and get them ready for putting magnets on them. Front brake rotors are all drilled out. I messed up with the wheel hub, and the original 5 holes in the wheel hubs were on a 5 on 4.5, and this hole that I put in the magnet rotors was too big for that, and they would have come into the hole a little bit. So we had to re-drill a new bolt pattern. So it's 5 on something, I don't know. They came up with something arbitrary, I think, but it'll be fine. And they drilled 3 holes and tapped them out for jacking screws so we can put these rotors together. The batteries are barely holding up to all the work we're doing, but we'll see today if hopefully the welder will run well. But there's a lot more metal work to do, and we'll really have to get into that today. There's the other magnet rotor. They got magnet templates made for putting magnets down on both machines. This is the one for the smaller 10-foot machine, which will place magnets on the magnet rotors. And this is the one for the big machine, for placing ferrite magnets on the big rotors. So 12 magnets on the little machine, 20 on the big machine. And a mold got made for the smaller 10-foot machine. And I think I brought a mold that will work for the bigger machine, but we may have to make that too. Got coils wound for the smaller machine yesterday. So today they can clip and strip and connect all those wires the way we want them. And we'll be ready to cast that tomorrow. And we'll get the coils wound for the big machine today too. And tomorrow will be casting day. Today they'll have to get into metal work. They'll have to drill out the blade hubs. This is the coil winding setup. The small machine we wound with 70 turns of 14 gauge wire, which should make a pretty honest 500 or 600 watt alternator. It'll be good for twice that for bits of time, but sustained output should be 24 volts. And sustained output should be safe around 600 watts. So we'll hope to start furling about then. People think, oh, 10-foot machine, 600 watts. Well, you could push it a little bit harder, but I don't really care to overrate things. What's really important is what's going on in low and average winds. and it'll be pretty efficient for that. This is the coil winding machine, and this is the one I made that it's got a counter on it and fits a drill. The coils are 1/2 inch thick. For the bigger machine, we'll go wider. The mold I've got is 5/8 thick, although I wouldn't mind going 3/4. With some testing I've done, it seems like a 3/4 inch thick coil will get us the best bang for the buck out of the flux available. But we'll put it together and put a test coil in there and see how we come out. Anyhow, should be another fun day. I'm going to have another cup of coffee, and that's what's going on around here.